From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, January the 13th, 2021. There were 2 incidents today of IDF vehicles being fired upon from Gaza, causing some damage but no IDF injuries. The IDF tweeted that shots were fired at an IDF engineering vehicle adjacent to the security fence in the northern Gaza Strip, damaging the vehicle. In response to the shooting, an IDF tank targeted a Hamas military post in Gaza. No injuries were reported. In response to additional shots fired from Gaza at an IDF engineering vehicle, one of our tanks, the IDF wrote, targeted 2 additional Hamas military posts adjacent to the point of fire. Earlier today, a Palestinian man tried to stab an Israeli border police officer outside the Tomb of the Patriarchs in Hebron in the West Bank. Officers shot at the man in his leg to prevent the attack. He was moderately injured and taken for treatment. Israel's former Consul General to New York, Dani Dayan, announced that he is joining Gideon Sa'ar's new right-wing party, New Hope. Dayan was quoted by the Times of Israel saying he was making the move out of a sense of commitment to the need for a change of government and the formation of a new government headed by Gideon Sa'ar, the only one who can lead the change that Israel and its citizens need. Sa'ar formed the New Hope back in December after leaving Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party. He tweeted an image of himself today with Dayan, welcoming him to the team. The Times of Israel quoted Sa'ar saying Dayan is an asset to the Israeli public. Dayan clearly and distinctly expresses the national liberal idea and understands deeply the importance of unity in Israel and the unity of the Jewish people as a value and an essential part of the power of Israel. Israel's foreign ministry said today that the United Arab Emirates have now ratified the visa exemption agreement between them and Israel, making it the first between the Jewish state and an Arab country. Foreign Minister Gabi Ashkenazi said the ratification of the agreement is a central part of the full and rapid realization of the many agreements that are being formed with the Emirates, Bahrain, and Morocco. Ben Gurion University, together with the University of Cyprus, announced they're offering a joint online course in Greek and in Hebrew for this coming spring semester. The never-before-offered program will focus on the mutual past and history of diplomatic ties between Israel, Cyprus, and Greece, and is sponsored in part by B'nai B'rith International. Director of B'nai B'rith's World Center, Jerusalem, Alan Schneider, said that over the last decade, the State of Israel, Greece, and the Republic of Cyprus have created collaborations in a variety of areas. An academic course that reflects the significance and potential of these collaborations fits neatly into B'nai B'rith's policy to connect communities. The course at Ben Gurion will be led by Dr. Gabriel Haritos, who is fluent in Greek, as well as in Hebrew. He said that despite the close geographic proximity and the coexistence between Jews and Greeks for hundreds of years, this is perhaps the first time that the Israeli and Cypriot academies are collaborating to illuminate the recent history of diplomatic relations between Israel, Cyprus, and Greece. There is no doubt, he said, that we will go far thanks to this pioneering spirit. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, January the 13th. At 7 o'clock, Jewish women of color discuss the challenges they face with Rabbi Sandra Lawson, who is the first gay black female rabbi, Tema Smith, Director of Professional Development at 18 Doors, and Michelle Norris and Sabrina Kerbel of Hadassah. At 8, we hear from Knesset members Michal Kotler-Wunsch, Meirav Michaeli, and Tehillah Friedman to talk about World Jewry's participation in shaping Israeli policy, with Eric Fingerhut and David Butler at the 2020 Jewish Federations of North America General Assembly. At 9, Mark Golub speaks with award-winning journalist Robert Siegel, the former producer and host of NPR's All Things Considered, who discusses his long career in broadcasting and speaks about the challenges confronting journalists today. At 10:30, Cantor Deborah Kachko-Gray describes the influence studying with Elie Wiesel had on her and plays some of the songs she sang with him. And coming up next, Micah Halpern talks about COVID's impact on the Jewish community and the need to adhere to COVID protocols. He also reviews a year-end video interview with Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. That's on JBS's Thinking Out Loud. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, January the 13th, 2021. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.